So this US dollar CAD analysis for Monday the 9th of July. Now let's just have a look at prices and where prices may likely go. So we've seen the continued breakdown here from this 131.88. We've had price come down beyond the 131. We've had a test, rejection. We do appear to have had a brief pullback and we still continue to reject. So if we do see this momentum fall through to the downside, we're looking for price head down towards this 130 here on the US dollar CAD, from which we look to see if we do see bullish buy side momentum return to the market, failure to see bullish momentum return to the market, and then we are looking to possibly target this 129.44, the very next major level marked out here in red, from which again we'll be looking to see if we do find support in around 129.44. I expect the 129.44 to be the far end of the range here to the downside. If however we do find support even from where we are at present, or possibly even that 130, we're looking for a retest of 131, successful break from which we're looking for towards that 131.88, and if there is sufficient volatility to the upside, 32.54 may come into focus, but I do think it is somewhat unlikely that 32.54 may come into focus today, maybe in the coming days or so, if we do see a bit of a reversal from this most recent trend here to the downside. But in around the 131.88, we do have the added confluence of the 200 period moving average, thus increasing the likelihood of seeing sell side momentum return to the market from that level. What we'll do now is have a brief look here at the monthly chart, see how prices are developing. So here on the monthly chart of the US dollar CAD, we can see here we formed our lows in around the 120s, and more recently over the past couple of months we've had a pretty clear trend here to the upside on the US dollar CAD. We've had price head up towards that 133.83, from which we've had a bit of a pullback, had a pretty strong week to the upside, so we might see a bit of momentum follow through here in July and August, and if we can form a relatively higher low, would be a positive sign for further upwards momentum in the long term on the US dollar CAD. Overall, the trend did appear to be going to the upside, pretty clear here. And more recently, we've had a bit of sell side momentum, so we'll see how far it takes us before we find support and possibly realignment with the overall trend to the upside on the US dollar CAD. What we'll do now is have a look at the weekly chart. So here on the weekly chart of the US dollar CAD, we can see we have our lows, higher lows still. Strong move to the upside, encounter resistance around 33.83. Had some sell side momentum coming to the market, pretty strong close to the past couple of days, closing near the very lows of the candle. So we are seeing a bit of momentum fall through to the downside here on the US dollar CAD. So from a daily chart perspective, I suppose we do have the 200 period moving average. From this weekly chart perspective, we do have the 200 period moving average in around an area of confluence. So currently we have a 200 period moving average in around that 128.47, and in around that 128.47 we do also have the horizontal level of the 128.39. so in around that 128.40 or so on the US dollar CAD from a weekly time frame, we'll look to see how prices react whether we do find support there for a move back to the upside on the US dollar CAD. What we'll do now is have a look here at the daily chart and get scaling here correct. So as you can see on the daily chart, we had a breakout to the upside, encounter resistance around 33.83, sharp sell-off, brief pullback, encounter resistance around 31.88, broke down towards that 131, not seeing much of reaction around the 131 at present. We do appear to have tested and rejected, so the very next level of note is all the way down at this 130, an area previously found, encountered some resistance, had a bit of a consolidation. Again, we had some resistance around that 130, so we'll see whether we do hold that 130 support for a move to the upside, or we do see further breakdown in prices and possibly down towards that 129.44 or that 129 here on the US dollar CAD. The level of note here to the downside beyond those mentioned is of course this 27.56, where we've pretty much had quite a few tests before using it as a springboard for a move to the upside. So again, we'll see whether our retracement is actually that deep, or we will find support above us on the US dollar CAD. And with that said, that pretty much wraps up the CAD analysis. Thanks for watching.